Did you know that your habits determine how long you live? Want to live to 100? These tiny things that we do day to day in our lives, called habits, make up or break us. Tiny titans, every step matters is the theme of what I want to talk to you today. Let's take an example. You go to the airport and want to go on a 6-hour flight to this shopping destination. So you go to sleep dreaming of the things you are going to do, the rides you are going to take, and the stuff you are going to buy. And unknown to you, the pilot changes the plane's nose by just 1 degree. So over the next 6 hours, unknown to everyone in the plane just deviated tiny bit, not a lot, tiny bit that we didn't sense. And when you land, bombs are falling around, not shopping, but you ended up in a war zone. So tiny things that are repeated over time have the habit, have the power to change your destiny. So did you realize that? How long you're going to live? When do you get a heart attack? Do you pass an exam or not? Are you successful in your job? Do you get a promotion or not? It all comes down to these little things that we do. In everyday life, we do about 100 different things that are routine. They don't require any thought. We just do them because they are our habits. They are ingrained in our brain. Yet we learned them at some point, or they came default to us. But for example, when the alarm goes in the morning, is your habit to just turn it off and sleep off? What do you do first thing as you wake up? What do you do when you go to the fridge? Which type of food do you pick? When you see an advertisement and next time you go to the supermarket and you have to pick a food, what do you pick? And if there are multiple things on the table, which one do you choose to eat? When there is a deadline, do you put another notice to say, sorry, I can't do it? Or do you do and complete? Are you a habitual person who does things on time? See, all of these go around to make us. So whether it's success, failure, early death, heart attack, or living longer, living happy, living sad, it all boils down to these tiny titans, these small little steps that we take in our day-to-day life. Have you ever thought about that? About the power of habits? So, people in research have found that every animal, including human, has habits and they can be learnt. For example, if you teach a dog to ring a bell and come and have water at that time, the reward for that action is that there will be water. So the cue is the bell and the dog will come running, and the reward is the water or the food. So every day, whenever you ring the bell, the dog comes, whether it's 10 times or 100 times, the dog will keep coming. So in our brains are these cues. When the alarm goes, you do certain thing. When you see certain thing, you salivating. When you feel lazy, you may say, I'm not going to do that. So these cycle of learning things, but then doing them repeatedly is ingrained in our head. So the cue reward system works in our life too. How do we make use of them is the question we have. So for example, if you are caught up in a rut of deadlines, not being able to study your course, if you are unable to succeed in life, it could be the habits in your life. the wake up time, the sleep time, the habits that you accumulated in your life that allows you to succeed are part and parcel of what we do. Just like those passengers that I told you about didn't know that they were going somewhere else, you might be taking a direction that you didn't intend to happen. And what I wanted you to do today was to think about the consequences of tiny steps, small things that we do every day. For example, brushing your teeth, eating your food, sleeping on time, exercising, studying, completing projects on time. These are all habits that we do day in, day out. Sometimes we choose to do them, sometimes we don't choose to do them. And suddenly, when there is a change required, you need to learn new habits. For example, if you are overweight or your blood pressure is now reading high, you now need to change your life and bring in new habits. These are just tiny steps. Walking maybe 10-15 minutes a day. Cutting down salt in your food by just 1 spoon. Cutting down sugar by 1 spoon a day is a tiny step, but imagine at the end of 365 days or the year, you have walked 36,000 steps. You have taken 365 into 365 spoons less of sugar or salt, and that's going to make a major difference to you. So tiny titans, but they have the power to make you or build you. On the other hand, if you eat, let's say, 1 extra slice of bread every day, it's only 1 slice for that day, but at the end of the year, that can help you gain about 10 kilos. So the tiny steps we take, the tiny habits that we have, at the end, over a year or over a lifetime, have profound impact to your success and well-being. So that's why I wanted you to think about the cycle into which we put our heads and how we learn tiny steps, one at a time. For example, tiny things that are done routinely every day make a huge impact in your life. So when the alarm goes next time, are you going to put silent or turn it off, or would you wake up? Would you do that cue? The alarm is a cue to do something, say for example, walking 10 minutes or taking your morning tablet on time, or it could mean you have to do half an hour of your project work in order to finish it. Half an hour every day over 1 month is a whole lot of time. It's about 15 hours of work put in. You don't realize it, but the work gets done on time. So success, failure, health, disease, early death versus longevity. It's all determined by tiny things we do every day. So what are you going to do new habits that will transform your life? May not sound big at the beginning, but when you keep doing every day or at least every other day for the rest of your life, you've done a lot of activity and changes to your life. So all the best as you learn new habits. In the next few videos, I will give you some clues on how habits can be learned. It's not difficult. It can be learned and they can transform your life. You can give up addictions by changing your habits. You can transform your life to become successful by changing habits. So can you learn new habits in order to succeed? And those concepts of how to learn them easy will be shared in some of my future videos. So keep watching guys as I share those insights with you.